Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that in the early hours of the day, your church had been burned to the ground, and now a mob was breaking down your door to set fire to everything you own. That is exactly what happened to Christian families living in Jaranwala, Pakistan last Wednesday.
At least 19 churches were demolished and burned, and over 80 Christian homes were vandalized and torched by an incited mob of 5,000 men. They came from neighboring towns armed with batons, knives, pushcarts, and gas cans, who destroyed places of worship, chanting the slogans of a right-wing party as the police looked on.
Many Christians fled from the city, taking refuge in a nearby forest. There, many of them remain, having left all of their possessions behind. They are, in a word, desperate, needing food, water, and the essentials for life. Won't you consider being the hands and feet of Jesus and reach out to your brothers and sisters in this desperate time of need?
The devastation began in the early hours Wednesday morning when two Christian brothers marked up with red ink torn pages of the Quran and pasted them supposedly on the wall of a mosque. The two men were accused of blasphemy, a crime punishable by death. Incensed clerics of an extremist political party, the TLP, led the campaign of retribution, according to local residents and government sources, using mosque loudspeakers to order protesters against the Christians. The violent masses were ordered to turn not against the two brothers responsible, but against the entire Christian community, including women, children, and the elderly. Protest has erupted across Pakistan, particularly for the lack of response from the government and police, who stood by and watched as the violence ensued for 10 hours. Over 100 suspects have been rounded up using facial recognition software and iPhone geofencing and tracking devices. Currently, 3,200 churches are under guard across the Punjab province.
Your prayers and financial support are vital. Consider in Scripture how the prophet Nehemiah was in a similar situation when he discovered that the walls of Jerusalem had been destroyed. He rallied the people and the king and said, "Come, let us build." We must help our brothers and sisters in Pakistan find immediate relief and help them rebuild their temples. We can make a difference. We can take a stand. We can be the hope for them so they can have a better tomorrow and become hope for the world.